Hi guys, this is Bill Stannard at Yes. Since you're receiving this video, you can probably figure out that you are now a member of Aero Engineering. To log into the course, you would go to Google Classroom and click the plus in the upper right-hand corner, and then you would type in the class code, which is the WGEBHYR. You'll be receiving texts from me. Now, one little thing about texts from me is that they come from a Florida number, because that was when I started getting my cell service, and I haven't changed it because so many people know this old number. So it's a 305 number. So it doesn't start with 314. And it's 305-632-7396. And you will be getting texts from me, plus you will be getting emails from me, and all of my emails will be sent to your youthexploring.science.com mailbox. So don't forget that that is your first name dot last name at youthexploring.science.com. I'm using this rather unusual way of communicating with you just to get things going. Once we've been at it for a week or so, I want to start switching from using Zoom to using Google Classroom Meet, which will be a little bit easier way for us to get together once a week. I'll take you over and show you what our classroom page looks like and where the link to the Meet is located. So you'll notice if we go to the upper part of the image there, you'll see Red Tails Online, and below that you see the class code, the WGEB, etc. And then below it, it says Meet Link. And that's the link you'll click on when it comes time for us to get together. And that's all you have to do. It's a lot simpler than Zoom. What I'd like to do right now is give you kind of a preview of what the course is going to look like. So if we come up here and look at Stream, as you discovered this summer playing with all of the different courses that were available, any sort of announcements and so on I need to send you, I will put here where it says Stream. You'll also get an email telling you to go ahead and take a look at something I've just posted. For instance, coming up pretty quickly will be the form that last year you signed that said you understand all the rules and regs of working at Yes at the Science Center. Okay, and I'll ask you to fill out that form. So here's the classwork. It isn't all posted. You'll only see the different classes as they are posted. It starts with the background on who the Tuskegee Airmen are. And there's a little bit about World War II, just so you have a sense of when all of this took place. There's a section on Jim Crow, which were laws that were passed after the Civil War, which made it very difficult for Black Americans to do a lot of things like vote and travel without being hassled. You'll see some similarities between the Jim Crow laws and some of the things going on today. And then the third part of our first unit is going to be who were the Tuskegee Airmen and how did they become the most popular air cover group in World War II, where everybody wanted them to fly cover for them. After that, we're going to, the next unit is going to take some time to take a look at the history of flight, all the way from prehistoric flight up to early flight by humans. Then in Unit 3, we're going to take a look at how things actually fly. How does it happen? And that's going to be your first project in week 3. You're going to get to film a short demo of one of Newton's laws or Bernoulli's principle, And that'll be kind of fun. You can put together a cool way of demonstrating how some of these laws work. And this is where I expect you to do some really wild things. In Unit 4, we're going to take a look at, again, how we got from things starting to fly to where aircraft was really coming along and was sort of what we would recognize as modern aircraft. And you're going to get to build a game on your phone, whether you have an Android or an iPhone. Show you how to build a game, and that should be kind of neat, especially if you've never done any game programming before. This is a really neat way of doing it. Unit 5 is going to be some more background on the plane that we're going to be building, the P-51 Mustang. And starting in Unit 6, you're actually going to end up building a model of the P-51 Mustang. And that's going to take us about 4 weeks, maybe a little bit longer. The model we're going to be building is what they call a stick and tissue model. It's going to be pretty good size, built out of balsa wood, and ultimately will be covered with tissue paper. But for the time being, I keep mine uncovered because I think it really looks cool that way, because you can see how the whole thing is put together. The actual aircraft that we're going to be building, once we get back together, is built exactly like a model. It has the same wooden pieces, although bigger, and it's not built out of balsa wood. It's built out of plywood and spruce. If those of you who remember Howard Hughes, he built a huge plane called the Spruce Goose, and he called it that because it was built out of spruce. So this is what we're going to be doing as far as the model, and that's going to take place over a number of weeks. And this will be a really cool model for you to put together. After we work on the model, we'll work on that through up to Unit 9. Around that time, it'll be around Thanksgiving, perhaps closer to Christmas, and we'll start talking about building the full-size replica. So this is what we're going to be working on in the fall. The Toyota company, the auto company, has given us a grant, so each of you are going to get a set of tools to use, both while you're building the model and also when we start working on the full-size aircraft. So you'll have a full set of tools to work with. You'll have the model, which will come out in another 3 to 4 weeks, and it should be really interesting. So what I'd like you to do now is, after we say goodbye, log in to the course. It will be open tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. That's when everything gets posted. You can log in before then, but you won't see any lessons. And the first thing I'd like you to do is take a look at the stream page, and I'd like you to take a brief survey to see when we want to meet online, live together, and we'll start off by using Zoom. Okay? So the first thing I want you to do is fill out the survey saying when is the best time for us to meet. Part of the requirements of what we're doing here at Yes this year, now that we're online, is that we meet once a week online. Now, I know we can't all meet at the same exact time. Just ain't going to happen. It would be terrific if it did, and we could all decide, you know, we're going to meet Saturday morning at 10 o'clock for half an hour, and we do that once a week. It's probably going to end up being 2 meetings. I'd love it to be 1 meeting, because that way we could actually see each other, all of us, together. But let's say it's 2 meetings. You have to go to one of those 2 meetings per week. That is part of your contract with Yes. I know it's rough sometimes because you have a lot of Zoom meetings during the week for your classrooms in school. So we're going to do that. So the first thing is to fill out that form, log into the course, go to the link for the form that will set up the Zoom meetings, and we'll get together during that time. The final thing I want to mention is what is our schedule of classes. Okay, every Friday morning at 9 o'clock, I'm going to post the next week's classes. Okay, you will have from Friday until the next Wednesday to finish the work in that class. So you'll have Friday at 9 a.m., Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 9 a.m. Whatever classwork is due at that time. If you have something that doesn't work, that you couldn't turn in, the file got lost, the dog ate your homework, whatever you want to call it, you will have a day between that Wednesday and the next assignment. You will have a day to make that up, and I'll let you know right away. So don't wait till the last minute. If you want to turn something in early, that's great. You can always do that. And I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can, certainly within 24 hours. But if you turn something in on Wednesday and you kind of have a suspicion there might be something wrong with it, it doesn't quite work, make sure you wait, make sure you're looking for a response from me, because I'll get back to you just as quickly as I possibly can to give you time to get it in before the next week starts. And as you heard in the orientation, it really counts when you turn in the work for that week. That is what creates your paycheck. Okay? If you miss a week and you get out of sequence, you're going to want to make up that week. And I'll explain, if that happens, I'll explain to you what you need to do in order to make up that week. But the only way you can get paid for a week is to do the work during that week. Okay? Good. I'm sure there are going to be a bunch of questions. I'll try to answer them during our Zoom meeting. So first thing you want to do when you get this is to log into our course and take a look at that survey for when do you want to meet on Zoom. So until then, you guys take care. I'm really looking forward to working with you. This should be pretty exciting stuff. You will certainly be the first group at YES ever to build something the size of a full-sized aircraft. So until then, take care. This is, try to get my hand in the frame here. Bill Stannard saying, be good, stay safe, and get online to the class, please, and fill out that Zoom survey. I'll see you guys later.